In July this year, I received a phone call from a friend who stays 2 miles away from my home. So he was asking for a favor if I could help him with a school assignment which was due a day after, which I gladly accepted. So I went to his place and helped him with the assignment for 3 hours straight. However, as we were concluding with the assignment, I stumbled upon a movie on his laptop which was called Jurassic World Dominion. All I'm trying to say is the references I'm about to use are coming from this movie. This is the pencil I'll be using for my drawing, but before that I have to use these two pencils, which is a B pencil and an H pencil, for my practice runs before I do the main project. So let's start right now. Okay, so I'm starting off by understanding the dinosaur anatomy, and that's by drawing different sizes of circles. Then I draw lines outside the circles. When it comes to the legs, I added chicken thighs and feet because I was likening this dinosaur to a chicken without fur. Oh sorry, feathers. Next, I had to draw some rectangle shapes because I haven't drawn a jeep before, so I had to improvise and understand on how the car looks like. If you're wondering why I'm drawing this jeep, it's because it was in the movie. These trucks were owned by Biosyn, which was a company in the movie which had labs in the dinosaur environment. And the aim of this drawing is I want to create something which I didn't see in the movie, that is a dinosaur chasing these trucks. And I'll be relying on my imagination and perspective knowledge in art. And I'm hoping if I can pull this off just using a single pencil. Now it's time for the actual drawing. The first method I had to use was sketching, and I used the same method I had in the practice run, which was drawing rectangle shapes. And the pencil I'm using is a regular number 2 pencil, also known as an HB pencil. It's a pencil which is in between the hard H pencils and the soft B pencils. In short, it's just a regular pencil. During sketching is when I allow myself to make as much mistakes as I can and identify problems within the drawing so that I don't have to do the same thing when it comes to the later stages of the drawing. And when sketching the dinosaur, I'm using the same circle method which I used during the practice drawing, though they are not visible on camera. And the dinosaur was quite too big and it couldn't fit on the paper. Now I'm adding a bit of detail to the drawing before I start shading using the same pencil on both the dinosaur and the truck, including the environment. I'm done with sketching at this point. It's time I started shading. Before I start shading, I have to emphasize that I'm only using a single pencil. And the method I'm going to use is that I have to bend the pencil to its side so that I can cover a larger area while the pencil is releasing graphite on the paper. And the other method I'm going to use is different pressure points, which means I have to create 3 layers. So the first layer will have a lighter shade, which translates to putting less pressure on the pencil. The second layer, I have to put medium pressure on the pencil for dark shade. And lastly, I have to put a lot of pressure on the pencil for darker shade of graphite. As you know, this is just a regular pencil I'm working with, so it won't perform like a charcoal pencil. With that said, let's move on. Alright, so I had to sharpen the pencil again for some final touches. I think this number 2 pencil is fun to use, especially when sketching, because it's easy to erase when you make a mistake than using charcoal pencils. But when it comes to shading, it's quite limited with the way it releases graphite, so I recommend using a charcoal pencils to shade. Overall, I am impressed and surprised on how the artwork has come together. For a fact that it is the first time I have tried to draw realistic using a single pencil. If you enjoyed the drawing process, feel free to hit the like button, and if you hate it, just ignore it. However, if you want to see more of my upcoming videos, feel free to subscribe, because I have new ideas right now which I need to make into videos, and see you next time.